Hello everyone, this is an important video for everyone trying to climb in Overwatch, or any game really. I should have probably made this earlier actually, so today we'll be talking about the learning curve in Overwatch and how being aware of it can turn that seemingly endless ladder to nowhere into a series of concrete goals that you can easily visualize. So anyway, the learning curve. This is basically the rate that you get better at the game over time. Many players think that the learning curve is something like this. Basically, you gradually get better over time at a relatively constant rate. What about you? Do you think that's right? Let's show you a few more. This is a pretty popular one. It takes a lot of effort to get into the game initially, but after that, it's pretty smooth sailing. This one doesn't seem so bad either. A wall at the beginning, like I said before, and also a wall at the end to get into pro level play. All right, but of course, if we're talking about it like this, none of these are correct. Here, this is the learning curve for Overwatch. Looks kind of crazy, right? This is the key to the frustration many players are facing. They'll play and play and play and get very frustrated because it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. Then they'll randomly spike up and think the MMR system is broken or luck-based before just getting frustrated again. Overwatch is actually a pretty easy game to pick up. So at the start, we can see Timmy here, that's our example, little Timmy, gets a lot better very rapidly. This is the period where he's learning all the basics, like what each hero does, how the objectives work, how the physics and the movement sort of functions, all things that most of you already just know naturally. But once that period is over, we see Timmy's skill curve flatlines. Throughout the entire graph, we observe these flat points, and these are all periods of experimentation. That's what I'm going to call it, periods of experimentation. You see, Overwatch isn't simple, like memorizing biology terms or something. With that, you can say, all right, today I'm going to learn 3 words, tomorrow I'm going to learn 3 words, and then so on and so on. It's a very gradual skill curve in that regard. That's basically how school works in general. No, this is a game of personal skill and ability. This is rarely an issue of one right answer. And when you consider all of the practically unlimited different situations you'll find yourself in this game with all the heroes and all the maps and all the positions, nobody can tell you the one secret to getting good. So it comes down to experimentation. You try this, you try that. Maybe our hero Timmy is a dirty Widowmaker player and he wants to aim better. As he learns to aim, every game he slightly adjusts, tries something a bit different, takes a different mentality. Hopefully it's a conscious effort, but a lot of this stuff will happen unconsciously anyway, even if you aren't aware. Remember, we're just trying stuff. We don't know if it's right. We don't know if it's wrong. We're not good at this game yet. Oftentimes, it'll take a long time of failed experimentation before Timmy has one of those, aha, epiphany moments and learns a method that works for him and greatly improves his aim. Maybe he's playing Genji instead, and he experiments with, 20 different flank routines before he finds the one method that actually really works. This is how it works with anything really in this game. Don't get me wrong now, having a coach helps a lot. Watching my videos will help you learn much faster, but you can never escape this skill curve. You can compress it, but maybe you watch a video and it gives you a great idea, a good place to start. That might cut out days or weeks of your own experimentation because at least you'll start out in the right spot to begin with, but you still have to put in the time to really internalize it and find the version of the concept that really works for you. Okay, so why is this important? The key to improving is to stay in the game. Stay in the game. I say that so much. These flat lines is where a lot of players think they're doing something wrong and they just change everything. Change it all, shut everything down. You see this even in your own ranked matches. Maybe it's the middle of the match and your team stalls out for a minute or two. Then everyone panics and starts swapping heroes, tells you to switch, tells him to switch, tells poor little Timmy, oh, you're doing badly, you have to switch. Everyone changes their roles up and you just get absolutely crushed in the second half. That's how it works for a lot of players in general. Timmy here might hit one of these flat lines and think he's doing something wrong. As a result, maybe he decides he needs to just stop playing Widowmaker. Or maybe just stop playing DPS heroes, play support instead. Worse yet, he'll say he's in elo hell and start blaming his teams, abandoning all hope really of self-improvement. So really, this is the absolute most important number 1 concept that you must internalize to improve and, more importantly, be happy with your learning experience. A lot of you, I'm sure, are in this flat period where you feel like you aren't climbing even though you're putting in effort. What you're doing is good. You just need to weather the storm and stick it through. As long as you're focused on improvement, these skill spikes will be right on the horizon. Winning a game is just a short-term victory. It doesn't mean anything. Losing a game is just a short-term loss. Same thing. When you live game to game, hoping that each one will be a win, looking at it one game at a time through your matchmaking, you're just setting yourself up for big-time frustration and disappointment. All right, one more time. Just stick it through. Stay focused on one thing at a time. Don't go changing everything around just because you lost one day worth of matches. It's just a couple matches. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Focus on this big picture and you'll improve in time. Just until then, don't get discouraged. So for all of you holding on in one of those flat points, keep at it. Let me know what your experiences have been learning this game in the comments. What do you think about it? But no matter what, as always, never forget to stay positive. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out, guys.